Hello, everybody. We're live again here Tuesday with 20 Social. This is Rene Bañuelos.
And this is Andrew Lane.
We got some pretty cool content for you guys today. It's one of my favorite subjects. It's Facebook groups. We're basically going to go over how to actually deliver a lot more content to your customers, get that information out there, get more engagement. I mean, that's a new thing. Facebook's big on groups now. They've even changed their mission statement, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But groups are so big that Facebook throwing a lot of focus into that. So we want to make sure that you know how to leverage groups and get the most out of it. So today should be fun, right?
Yeah, so today will be a lot of just kind of a concept and updates for you so you understand what's going on with Facebook groups and how you can best leverage them as a content platform. This is going to make your life so much easier. Some of you already know some of the strategies and tips and tricks, but this will be a good refresher for some of you. If you're kind of new to using Facebook groups and you've been considering using it for your business, or maybe you already have, you want to take it to the next level and start creating more income so you can spend more time creating content for your customers. This is going to show you how to do that, and it's never in the history of the world been easier than it is now with what Facebook gives you with groups. It's going to completely eliminate the need for 99% of you. It's going to eliminate the need for any of these online membership sites, forums, all these complicated systems that traditionally been used as part of membership sites and different things for creating community and a resource content area for your members. Facebook groups solves a lot of huge pain points. So we just want to show you and let you know what you have available to you. Some, in addition to some things that no one is teaching right now that I've been kind of hacking around with, and some new updates that Facebook just made that made some new things really possible that were never possible before inside Facebook groups. So we're going to try to give you the quick rundown, and then we'll log in and show you real examples of what this looks like, and where to find additional resources and information to take the next step and implement this for yourself.
Yeah, sometimes I forget about all the archaic stuff like forums and all that stuff. But
yeah, I've been there. Any of you, those of you watching right now, I see a good crowd in here. We got a lot of comments coming in below. Wow. If you're watching live right now at 20twist.com/live, be sure to comment below. Let us know where you were watching from. It's fun to see where you are around the world. We're here in San Diego. We've got Sweden on the on the comments. We've got Atlanta, the Philippines. So just a couple comments I see coming in right now.
Seattle, Atlanta.
Yeah, it's really cool. So how many of you, though, have ever created some kind of forum or membership site yourself? And how many of you are using groups right now? So let me know what your experience is with this. Have you ever tried to do this for your business? Create some kind of members area where you deliver content to your customers or followers. And have you messed around with those platforms that are available? There are a lot of different ways to get this done.
Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Post a link to your group. Hey, get some free links
drop
right
a link
now.
to your group. I know we got some awesome leaders out there who got their own communities and followers. So feel free to post. But let's go ahead and we're going to go through real fast some of these core ideas. We put it into slide deck format just to make it easier for us to explain it, and so you can follow along really easily. At the end, I'll show you where to find. We'll drop in the link to these notes as we promised. I mean, we just kind of put this together to add some structure, but we'll give you the link to this deck here when we're done today. So if you're watching live, you get access to some bonus content. All right, let's go ahead and share our screen, and we'll keep an eye on the comments, of course. We're going to go through this fairly quickly just so you get the big rundown. And then we'll log in. As I said, the really fun part is when we can take your questions, log in, and show you how this stuff works and what it actually looks like. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, three ways to deliver content to your customers using Facebook groups. All right.
Let's go. And like we mentioned earlier, Facebook's completely shifting their focus around groups. I think they realize that putting people together, not just connecting them, but actually allowing them to connect in an environment where they have something in common is a big deal. So I mean, go on and on for this for a while.
No, but I want you to understand, in Chicago, just last month, right, less than a month, June 22nd, they did the first ever Facebook Community Summit. Okay.
Yes.
And they completely changed their mission statement of Facebook. Okay. It used to be to make the world more open and connected. They've changed their mission statement. And the core of Facebook's mission now is bring the world closer together. And they're focusing on community building. They're focusing on giving tribe leaders the tools to do this, okay? So it's just amazing to see. They just hit, 2 billion active users. I mean, Facebook is just unreal with what they're doing. And now they're moving in this direction, which is so in alignment with what we've been teaching and trying to help you, leverage their platform to grow your business. They're now giving you more tools to make this possible. So it's really exciting times, and it's fun to see that Facebook is on the forefront of, and they really understand the power that they have and the ability that they have to help all of us, especially business owners who can spend more time and energy into helping our communities. This is going to be really fun for you. So
yeah, I think when Facebook first launched, it was all about connecting people who were kind of already connected offline, people who already knew each other. So not necessarily that the people who had the most in common, but people who, I mean, we have acquaintances we met offline and so forth, to kind of bring them all together online. And this is a little different. This is actually focusing not so much on the people we know offline or friends or whatever. It's more on who else is out there that has something in common with me, has my same likes, interests, or we have one common interest or goal or mission that brings us all together. And that's what their focus is. And that creates a lot more connections, right? There's only so many people we meet offline, but there's a lot of people in the world that we may have never reached to or gotten to because they live in, so many miles and thousands of miles away. But that commonality brings us together, and that's what groups are all about, I think.
Yep. So this is a whole new level. So we're gonna go through today these 3 tips, right? So we'll keep this kind of brief. A lot of you watching, like, yeah, I get it. I know. I mean, groups are powerful and all that, but what do I do with this? Let's go through the basic rundown. Okay. So there's 3 huge benefits to using groups in particular, right? Your page is one thing. And if you're totally like lost with all this, I'm going to log in and kind of walk you through where to find more information about how all this fits together. How does a group fit in with my page and my personal profile? If you're on that level and you're like totally lost, don't worry. We've got a much more detailed explanation of how this whole thing works, especially when it comes to making money with all this. So I'll show you where to find those resources at the end. But right now, we're going to go through these top 3 ways to use a group to deliver content, specifically using the group itself as a platform to deliver content to your customers. So number 1 is like file storage, right? This is pretty obvious, but very helpful, okay?
It seems obvious, but you don't think of it that way. You think about maybe Google Drive, your Dropbox, but this is really similar to that. I start thinking about that way, mainly from the access part of it. I think that's what makes it so much better or different than like a Google Drive or something else, is that everyone who you want to have access to something, everyone in that community, boom, you upload something, everybody has access to it, no one else does. That's what makes this file storage a little different than
privacy, right? And the ease of access for people who are members to get access to this content. So we're going to quickly run down what do you have inside here, right? Photo albums. It's pretty cool. You can add photo albums or just single photos, but they have that as an option. So there you go. Videos, right? So this is free storage for your videos. So if you just want to have some private videos, you can pop into a closed Facebook group. They can just live right there on that group. Might not be the best way to organize your content. It can get really, really messy, and it can be easily lost. That's, once you get more and more content. So we're going to talk about how to clean that up here in just a minute with a really cool trick. But that's just one powerful way to use groups for free storage. PDFs, right? So this is really commonly used in groups. You might have seen these in groups you've been in. This is like your checklist, your worksheets, your downloads, your files, ebooks. These are just PDF files you can upload and have stored right in your group. And the cool thing is, if you can give people that link, and they'll only be able to download it or access these files if they're a member in that group.
Forms, obviously, any kind of form that you need people filling out when they join. Zip files, if you got a lot of content or a set of files, group them by zip files, which is great.
Yep.
Andrew, you use this a lot for templates.
Yeah, templates. So like any kind of business that you're in, if part of the value you're giving is like, email template files, swipe files, all that kind of stuff. It could be just Word documents. I use Google Slide files. So I give people access to different resources and things. So just loading your files in here makes it easy for everyone. And that's just a simple way to use groups, right? So, and then Renee, you had a cool idea, marketing materials.
Right. If your group is maybe it's your group of affiliates or promoting your product or service, that's a good place to put a lot of the marketing materials there as well.
So that should be pretty obvious to you. Most of you know this by now. You can host your files inside this group, and that solves the problem of having to go get some kind of WordPress site and managing this membership plugin software and all that stuff. It's kind of like done for you, right? Most of you get that. Huge value, okay? Number 2, this is a game changer that I don't know of anyone talking about yet. But what you see on that screenshot is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull that up and show you what that looks like here in a minute. But the documents option inside Facebook groups is equivalent now to the notes on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot about using notes on your page as a way to create long format blog style posts, right? It's almost like a blog page, a blog post, or a blog article where you can embed videos and photos and have tons of text and organize it the way that you want with bullet points. So it's much better than like a post. It's much more like a blog page. Well, you can now achieve this inside a private Facebook group using documents. So let's talk about what that means for you. You can create mini courses. We talked about organizing your content. So uploading a bunch of stuff into a group, yeah, it can get lost. Your posts a few days later maybe are totally unfindable. They have search options, but it's not very easy for your members to access and find this stuff. So now if you can create a document and list it out how you want. So you can embed videos into this document. And it gives you the ability to create mini courses, like embedding a video course. You can have step-by-step tutorials with videos included inside this note, right? That is inside a private group, so only your members have access to it. So tutorials, mini courses, again, making it much more presentable and organized and easy to access for your members. Video post directory, so you can link, maybe you have like a directory of resources. This is what I've used in my paid members group. You can basically create like a table of contents. So you can have clickable links and bullet points inside these documents. So when someone joins your group, you can say, here is the document, go to this. Only members will get access to this document. They can open it up full screen like this. It looks really nice. And then you can have clickable links inside there that link over to the resources that they need inside your group. Member directory, so kind of a fun idea if you wanted to have a list of all your members, you could have that clean. Now they kind of have that built into the groups anyways, but if you want to more customize one, they could have them all submit their bio or something, you can make it look a little bit different.
Yeah, it doesn't have, you're right, the ability to customize it, or maybe a links to people's websites or a way to contact them. I mean, there's all sorts of things you can add where it makes sense for the group. Like if you have a group of maybe professionals in a certain industry, maybe what they specialize in, stuff like that, that helps people find who they want to connect with better than just a list of members.
So group rules, guidelines, you can basically just giving you ideas. This can eliminate, again, the need for an external site. You can create unlimited documents inside here. So whatever you need to create, if it's some kind of page with like a video and some paragraphs of text or bullet point lists and links, you can organize it really nicely now inside your group. Totally free storage, okay? Really cool. Challenges and contests. So what was your thoughts on that one, Renee?
Well, I mean, every challenge or contest that you run for the group, you have to have some sort of guidelines or challenges or rules and stuff like that. So that's one way to create.
Okay, so you can create some of your disclaimer stuff or whatnot.
Well, even guidelines as to what ideas or how the challenge is going to work out, what the challenge is. I mean, there's so much information that sometimes a post is does not make sense.
So that's number 2, right? So documents. I do want to show you real fast before we move on, and then we'll see if there's any questions coming in, because this is really cool. Let me show you this test group that I play around with, and don't read anything on it. I just kind of make up stuff and do demos with this. So it's not actually a Facebook Live for small business group.
Don't request.
But the concept is kind of cool, where let's look at, I think I posted one. It's actually in the files section. When you create documents, it shows up in the files section. So as you know, in a group, you have these options on the left, your events, members, all that stuff. In the files section, all your documents that you create will be in there. And if I click on this 3 dots on the right, or I can just click on this, it's going to open up. Let's see. Well, let me try this. Preview. Is it because I'm in full screen mode here? Where is it not showing? There it goes. Okay, just took a minute to load. Okay, as you know, this looks just like a note on a page, right? It comes up full screen. So this is really cool. You can create your own custom cover on the top. That's just an image. You can have the title. Let's say it was like training course number 1, right? So all your Facebook group members will get access to this document. You can have module 1, getting started, with a video inside here. Now I used you can embed YouTube videos and Vimeo videos, and if you have a Vimeo Plus account, you can also hide the logo, so there's no clickable like external links to this video. So you can do a little bit more. You can see this just a sample video, but you can also see that it's really private and locked down. that's I'll show you at the end where to be able to do that. We have some information on that, how to get your Vimeo profile set up like that. But basically, Vimeo Plus, I think, lets you set up the embed options to where this isn't clickable. So you can have these private videos posted in here. It looks really professional, right? You can scroll down and have basically unlimited amount of content and text links, download links, clickable like guides, resources. You can click out to websites or PDF files or whatnot. So you can create a mini course inside your group, and you can have unlimited amount of these. And you can see this is much easier to consume than a bunch of different posts or videos that you had in the group. This is a really convenient way to organize this and make it nice and easy to find for your members. So that's going to be when you create these. So basically in the discussion on your group, to create a document like that is really easy.
One thing that's relevant right now, I'm just sorry to interrupt, but Monica just said, so I guess since April that they added the option to prevent members from editing documents.
Another big one. Yeah, I'll show you this right now. So check it out. You go into your group, click more, and then click create doc. Okay, create doc. And now you have this template to start with. You can just upload an image. And I'll just take the screenshot of me and Renee from earlier just for fun. So this was like our cover graphic. And you call this like, you know, how to use FB groups crash course or something, maybe 101. You can create your own course here, and then you can just type in your headline, section 1, and then you can just edit the formatting. Let's using these little tools. You can add in bullet points.
It makes it so it just looks good. That's one of my things I like. It's just it just looks good.
And now that plus button, right? And the little plus button allows you to, well, it won't show if I zoom in, but you can embed. Okay, embed. And this is where you can grab your. I recommend Vimeo link. YouTube is probably going to be easy for a lot of you guys too. The Facebook stuff didn't really work out so well. They kind of have to fix some of that. But basically, I would do a Vimeo or YouTube link. And if you are more advanced and you really want this stuff to be secure, you can make your Vimeo videos private. So you can embed in a private Vimeo video.
I didn't realize Vine is still there.
Vine, yeah, they have these other ones, SoundCloud. So you can do some other stuff, but generally I'd recommend Vimeo. And you can drop in a video right there. It'll pop it in, and then it'll play. So the last thing you can do is down on the bottom left, as Monica mentioned, you can uncheck allow group members to edit this document. And now only you can edit it. So that's a nice addition they added to really give you more control over the content here.
Yeah.
If you wanted everyone to collaborate, you can allow them to edit. But in this case, you just publish, and now it's ready to go. You could also save it for later, so you don't have to publish it right away. But when you do publish it, now it creates a post, but it's also found in the files section inside your members area. So that's just, I mean, I hope you guys get excited about that. Like, think about what you can do with the content you're creating and how you can organize it really neatly and deliver it to your customers. And it's just a really great way to add value and create tons of archived content. Got any comments?
Yeah. No, go ahead. Actually, keep going. Everyone loves docs, by the way. And we got Angelica says she loves docs instead of uploading from her computer. Yeah. So there's, obviously everyone, it's a popular one. For sure.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you're all embracing the power of it. So last one, number 3. This is, again, a game changer again. And then we're going to talk about the how to monetize all this in a moment. But, you know, streaming live videos. So the fact that you can have this private members area inside Facebook, and now you can stream live videos, just the fastest, easiest way to deliver content. And a lot of you maybe don't know, you can do this from your desktop now as well. So you can do a pretty cool Facebook Live from your desktop. Their features are pretty limited. Now, this is the default kind of Facebook feature, right? So it is pretty limited. You can't bring on guests. It doesn't have the features like Google Hangouts, but it's a very basic version. If you just want to fire up a Facebook Live and take some questions from your desktop, if you have like a mic set up and all that, you could do that. Your phone's really cool too. So anywhere you are on the go, a lot of 20 Social customers use these Facebook Live streaming inside their members Facebook group. They do it with their phone on the go. So any kind of business that you're in, if you have a way or something you want to teach people, anywhere you are. You don't have to be at your desk. You could pull up your phone and broadcast and share your knowledge.
It's really, really easy to do. I think that's why it's so popular. It's, you don't have to set anything up, connect anything, or find this or that. There's so many settings. But
the really cool thing, and what they just added is the ability to bring on people. If you're on your phone broadcasting, you can have your viewers join on.
I think it's just iPhone.
Is it just iPhone?
I don't know if they've added it for Android, but from a later Friday,
well, soon enough.
It's just only iPhone. So get an iPhone.
Get an iPhone, get a Mac, and just make your life easier. No. These guys convinced me a few years ago, best choice I ever made. But that's really cool because you can do interviews, right? So, you know, I had a client I was working with one-on-one, and like she's not that tech savvy, and this stuff was kind of scary to her. The fact that I was able to show her, look, we can create a members Facebook group. You can create your video courses and build these things on your own, super fast and easy. You don't have to learn anything else except what I showed you with those documents. You can upload your files, keep your members updated, and now you can broadcast live and then bring out your panel and like take questions live. You can have one-on-one interviews using Facebook Live, totally free. This is insane. So we'll talk about what you can do with your phone, just keeping people updated, you know, making it more engaging for your audience, maybe daily quick videos to let them know what's going on behind the scenes. Live training, obviously, you could do something. We have horse trainers doing this. We have people teaching stock trading. We have fitness. I mean, all kinds of
marketing.
Stuff.
I mean, it's all over the spectrum.
And, yeah,
we're running one right now. Or actually, somebody asked. I think what's his name? Who was it? I wanted to give him credit, but anyway, someone asked. I just lost the comment. But why aren't we doing YouTube Live, not Facebook Live? We actually are. So we do have a document that explains the reason when we use YouTube Live versus Facebook Live, but we are actually using it right now. So it is our behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's an endless debate on that. I just like the power and flexibility of Hangouts on air because you can have up to 9 people on your panel. You can do screen share really easily and like all kinds of professional things to present like we're doing today. Like this is just, for us, it's easier. Now, Facebook Live is getting better and better. So obviously we're going to keep an eye on that and move in that direction. As they expand, we're going to embrace that. But Hangouts on air is just
they're different.
They're
different. But Facebook Live inside the group, it also satisfies a lot of the needs.
The power of doing this in a group specifically. Now, Facebook Live on your profile or your fan page is great for attracting anyone in the world because anyone can see it. It's on your Facebook page, it's public to everyone. So that's a pro and a con. If you want more if you want more private training, that wasn't an option until recently. Facebook allowed you to do Facebook Live inside a closed group. So that is the huge difference. You can have it for only specific people. It's private live streaming for free inside your closed Facebook group. So only your members will see this. That's now a really cool trick. So you have the option with 22 Social. You can do like what we're doing today, the Hangouts on air style broadcast. Or you could just use Facebook Live inside your group. If you have a Facebook group connected to your subscription membership, you can utilize all this stuff totally free, right? So you might as well take advantage of it if you prefer that. So we have people doing both. We have some people doing Hangouts on air inside their app for their members. That's one great option for like more webinar style training. Or we have people using Facebook Live with their phone and just delivering content to their members. So you have options, which is good. So again, quick tips and ideas. Interviews now. So this is a really fast, easy way to do interviews. Bring them on. You can both be on your phones doing Facebook Live interview and discussion. Event highlights. What are your ideas on that one, Renee? Drop that one in.
Well, let's say you're at an event that's relevant to the group. You can just pull up your phone and tell them what's going on, what you learn, things like that. So it's another form of an update. Actually.
Cool. So in our opinion, those are 3 huge reasons that Facebook groups are so powerful for this business aspect, right? A lot of people use this for personal reasons, but we're looking at strictly business, right? So you have the ability to do almost everything you could ever want to do to engage your customers, to provide content, right? We're not talking about just having people pay for access to some just discussions or whatnot, or like being able to communicate inside your group. This is more for content creators and leaders like yourself. That's who we serve and who we help. And this is a place for you to deliver your content and engage with your community and provide value to them. It's just a platform that you could use. So again, I want to show you here in a moment how you can do this with 22 Social and how our system helps you monetize your memberships, so you can have people paid for access to your groups. But before we do that, let's just go through a few of these important updates that Facebook rolled out just about a couple weeks ago at that Facebook Communities event. Renee, why don't you go quickly through these updates?
Group insights. I think these are pretty cool. As of now, I haven't seen if they worked on closed groups. I know they work for open groups or public groups, I'm sorry. And so it's a really good way to see, hey, which posts have gotten a lot more engagement, which people are more active. So so if you want to recognize people who are active, it does all that for you. How many new members did you get in the last 28 days? I guess they go 4 weeks. And so it's a lot of cool information to kind of get a reality check, right? Are people really active in my group? And especially if you're an influencer and you're some people out there are selling access to groups, like they'll post for you on their group. That's one way to say, hey, you know what? I do have activity in my group. It's not just 10,000 people who never post. It's actually active, and here's one way to prove it, right? Scheduled post as well. I believe these can only be done if they're actually posted by the fan page. So which actually brings up something else that we didn't add, which Earl just mentioned. You're able to link your fan page to a group now, so that your fan page actually becomes another member of the group. And so now if you don't want to post as yourself in your personal profile, which actually recommend that you do if you're especially a personal brand, but you can also do it as the page itself, and that's how you can schedule posts.
Yeah, so it's really easy to link your the power, and the question is, what about this linking my page to the group? If you link your business page to your group, that allows you to manage it. So you can have like your fan page admins go in and monitor your group for you and answer things as your page. So maybe you have a virtual assistant and they don't want to be in there as a person. You can have them go in as your business page. And so they could, like in our case, they can go in as 22 social and like, answer a question or delete something, or, they can manage it for you without you having to go in as your personal profile or having them log in as your personal profile.
Yeah, and it also shows up as link groups so people know, hey, this is an official group from a company or from a brand. And I believe if it's only one group that you have linked, we have 3 groups linked, but if it's only one, it'll say official group. If there's only one link, but
yeah, I think so. You're right.
If there's multiple, it'll just say linked group.
Cool.
So.
All right, so yeah, that's simple stuff. You can tinker around with that. Not essential to set that up, but it is a cool feature that they added recently as well. This was a few months ago they added that one, and also recommending groups and things. So they're doing a lot more of this. You can see kind of the direction they're going. They're adding all kinds of stuff all the time. Let's go through these. So the schedule one is really huge. That's pretty awesome. You can schedule this out for the week. Again, you can kind of automate your business a little more, especially if people are paying for access to this content.
And speaking of recommended groups, that's actually what group linking is. So if you link groups together, people in the group will see, hey, these other groups you may actually want to join because they're related. And I think there's going to be more, especially if you have chapters, and there's a chapter in every city that helps out.
They're looking. It's not there yet, but the subgroups is something they're adding soon. So you can have different niched like subcategories of your group. So that's not out yet. So we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Remove member cleanup. I like this one a lot, actually. If you find someone who's been spamming your group or just not following the rules and guidelines, you can quickly not only just remove them from the group, but clean everything out, remove everything they've ever said, commented, or posted in the group. So it's one quick redo.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. Request filtering. We haven't used that too much.
I have.
You have?
Oh, okay, check this out. So when they join, so I've got my paid group. I only want paid members in there. And I was having the issue of, well, anyone can request to join my group. So I added a filtering so you can ask them a question when they click join group.
That's actually not what this is, but that's
is it? The filtering thing. So I haven't done that, but there is that form option now when you can have a form set up when they join.
Nope.
So it's not in there. Yeah, but okay, we'll get to this. So it's a little bit different, but basically you can ask them a couple questions, but when they request to join, and I said, have you registered at?
Right.
And then I put my link to my app where they sign up and start paying. So I'm not going to let them in if they're not a part of my membership.
Yeah, and they may not even know. I mean, they might have missed that. So survey is a good way to do it. So we need to add it to the rest of our groups as well. That way they're informed.
I'll show you how to do that in a moment if those of you are wondering how to do that. Yeah. We'll get more to that in a moment. Actually, tell us what this one is, Renee, because it's filtering, right?
Let's say you have a women's group. And you could actually filter and say, hey, I only want women in here, so men won't be able to request joining.
Nice.
Or maybe you want people only, I think it's gender, location. and it may be age. We haven't played with it because we don't want to restrict it. But somebody who may not have a need for that, it's worth checking out.
Yep, that's again bringing people closer together, like niche communities, so you can be a little more specific regionally or gender, like those kind of things. If you want to have more specific groups,
to help you, that way you're not filtering. If it's a women's group, you don't want to sit there and have to block a bunch of guys or whatever who may not know otherwise, right?
Yeah. Now this is a big one. I want to point out coming soon units. This wasn't mentioned in their update, but Mari Smith gave a sneak peek on this. I'm excited about it for a lot of reasons, but I'm bummed that it's not actually available yet from what I've seen. So as soon as I see it happen, I've seen Mari Smith is using it. Obviously, she always gets everything first. But basically, you can organize the content that you post. So if you post a bunch of like tips or tricks as like posts in your group, that again can be lost and hard to find. So we gave that solution earlier of using documents as one way to organize it. This is another way to where you can take all of the content you post in your group and put it into units. So you say unit 1, like here's how to get started. I recommend going through this video, this post, this thing here. So you can basically take all your Facebook Lives or things you've done inside a group and organize it into like topics perhaps, or step-by-step instructions.
That does remind me of like the old forums. So where you would have a forum and then there would be topics on that forum and things would be organized by that. So that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can kind of see it. It'll be much like a e-learning environment where your members will go through and it'll show how many units they've completed. You'll be able to add new units. Again, this probably isn't available for you. I've tried and I've seen other people try, and that's not available to us. So I don't know. They must be rolling it out slow or doing some testing, but it'll look kind of like this. So once that comes out, we'll kind of teach more on that. But you can see where Facebook's going, and they're really trying to make these groups easier to consume for the members and also easier to manage and organize for the group leaders.
Yeah, and any of these, just do a quick search on help. Facebook has a help section. You can look it up. There's another TechCrunch article that breaks everything down.
This article is pretty good. Facebook equips, you can read it. Google this if you want. They broke down and gave you some visuals of all these features. So we talked about the analytics, a lot of great data. So not only can you get this on your page now, but also your group members, scheduling posts. So this is what you want to check out if you want more info on that. Any questions coming in, Renee? Let's see if there's anything. Katana says this is amazing. Organization is so needed. Yeah, filtering options. It's cool stuff. We wanted to make sure today that you knew everything that was going on. So let's see. Can you just have a link a business page to our groups? Yeah, sure thing. I'll show you real fast.
You have that test group or something?
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it with my test group here. Let's go to. I don't know. I think we got Joey Smooth. We could probably do it with a test page here. So what you do to link, so let's say this is your business page and you have that group you want to link it to. I don't see where it's pulled up, but I'll find it in a minute.
Go to settings and then turn on the group app.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that right now. So the first thing you do is you have to go to your business page. You want to link your page to your group. Go to settings on your business page. You'll go to, on the left side, edit page. And scroll all the way down. Add a tab at the very bottom here. And they're going to give you groups here. If you don't have it, if you don't see it, at the very bottom, you'll see add a tab on edit page inside your settings.
If you don't have reviews, that's how you add reviews.
You can add reviews, groups, add tab. So maybe I'll add reviews. No, I'm not going to add reviews. That's one of my test page. Okay, good. So once that's in there, now I can go to the page. Now you're going to see it on your left side, just like where your 20 social app show. Click on groups, and you can now link your group. So it looks like I had some test groups I was using here. Let's go with link your group. You can create a group or link your group. I'll just find, let's see, really cool. There we go. Link. Boom. And now it's linked. All that means, like, yeah, they could find it if they go to their page. So that's kind of cool. If you had a free group, that's really cool. If it's paid or whatnot, it's okay. But if I scroll down, it'll show up kind of in the groups section. This is just test content. It's somewhere on there. But they click on groups, they'll see it. Maybe it didn't complete yet. See here, test group.
No.
So probably have to verify something, but that's the start of the process. Maybe I need to open some up and verify.
Or maybe there's a minimum member requirement or something, but
something going on there. But that's the process. That's generally what's going to happen. And then you're going to see that linked group here, and then you can post as your business page. So that's really cool. Any other questions before we move on?
I think Monica has, I'm not surprised, a tutorial on how to do this. So if you want to post the link, Monica.
So Monica said they pulled the plug on units. They might be holding off on that. All good. Well, we'll keep you updated there. So Esther's got some questions. Yeah, we're not going to get into technical support on Facebook group linking right now. This is kind of the general overview. There's probably a lot of information in Facebook help on how to do some of this stuff, but we wanted to just let you know what's going on. So let's go real quick through bonus tips as well. A few things that you've probably seen us do and that we've seen other leaders of group admins do that work really well.
Yeah, pin post, definitely recommended. So when someone joins a group, they typically join and there's so many comments, they don't know where to start. So we want to make sure there's a pin post at the top that tells them, hey, welcome. Number one, welcome them to the group. Tell them remind them what the group's all about. Remind them what they can and can't do. You'd be surprised. Some people actually feel like they need permission before they start posting. Give them that permission. Tell them, hey, you can ask your questions. You can do this. You can ask about this. This is what's not allowed or we prefer not to do. Don't spam kind of thing. So
you can do that in your description as well, but the pin post to me should be like more actionable. Like, hey, here's what to do in this group, how to get the most out of it. Here's where to contact me or go through, give them some links to everything. Like, here's the document, here's that video course I told you about, and you can link to one of your documents or things inside your group. So just get them going. And that's always where they should see, like they're going to see it at the top every time they go into your group. Use that pin post as a welcome. Maybe you have it be a video. Hey, thanks for joining the group. Here's what's going on in this group. Here's how to get started and plugged in. Kind of like how we do in our group.
Remind them to introduce themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
It looks like you missed a step, Andrew, on you forgot one click of a button.
Did I miss a step?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Monica's got a link. There was anyway, you guys can figure out how to get the groups hooked up. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, group description we talked about. Make sure to have that, which is kind of a summary. One thing too in that group description, make sure in the first line or two there's a link to like your Twin Social app where maybe you have to join first before getting into the group. Make sure that's visible so they don't have to click on more.
Basically, just know that the content inside your group is only going to be visible to your members, but the description of your group is visible to the public. So you want to make sure that description says, hey, if you are not already, if you want to get access to this group, here's what you need to do. Go to this link, because anyone in the public can see this description. So you can kind of describe what's going on in the group and like how to find stuff and whatnot, but mostly just use that as kind of a sales pitch to get people in. And for anyone who's already in, it can just be a reminder of what to do and where things are. Okay, so the description is important, and it can be very short. Like, hey, this is a closed group for this community. To learn more, go here, and you can link over to the sales page or your app where they can sign up or become a member. Events are huge, keeping people updated and notified.
We use them.
Use the events inside your group. So again, only visible to your group members. It's the full power of Facebook events, but it's more of a private deal. And what's cool about group events is you can invite all the members that are your friends.
Yeah, if you create an event, everyone, you can check a box and everyone who's your friend who's also in the group will automatically get invited. So that's one way to get around that whole, I think 50 or 100 people limit on how many friends you can invite. It'll just, boom, do them all at once. So
yeah, if you're friends with everyone in your group, when you create an event, you can automatically invite all those people, so they're going to get notified.
Yeah, so that's cool.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
For me, like I don't even bother sending out emails. I just use the events to like let them know what's going on. Group insights, contests. So you had some ideas on this, Renee. Now that we can see the insights, you can see who's most active, right?
Right. Unfortunately, they're not available for closed groups. I hope they do add that. But just an idea that I haven't tested this. So someone else has, let us know. Is you could always say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give something away every month. And the person that posts the group, creates a post that has the most engagement, I'm gonna give something away. I wouldn't do, hey, whoever comments the most, because someone's gonna start spamming and just commenting for no reason. But hey, somebody creates a post that has the most engagement, then that would be one way to create some sort of contest like that. Like come up with, I don't know, maybe it's a photo contest. Post a photo of you using our product or whatever, and the one that gets the most engagement in the group is going to get a prize. So that's one way to measure that.
So
really
it'll track for you. It's
yeah,
all built in.
yeah.
But again, right now, closed groups is just public groups.
Yeah.
Until further notice. Hopefully they change that soon.
Right.
But check it out. If you have a public group, go check out those insights. They're really cool to see. If you don't, you just have to wait until they add them to closed groups.
Yeah, and we sort of mentioned this on the pinned post. Encouraging introductions and posting. Give people permission to do it. Sometimes they need to be reminded or told because they don't just, no one just assumes. I mean, some of us have used groups so much that we just assume, hey, that's what they're for. But just make sure that they're okay with that, especially if it's a paid group, right? What they're allowed to ask, and so don't feel like, oh, maybe I'm just here to engage, but I can't really put, no, unless you don't want them to, right? Obviously.
Okay, so that's kind of the rundown, right? It was a lot of stuff thrown at you, but mostly now at this point you should feel pretty confident about using groups for your business, and there's a ton of reasons to invest some energy into that. You don't have to invest any money because it's all pretty much free to do all that. But now if you want to monetize this and use groups as part of the offer for your paid membership, if you want to have people paying you monthly or weekly or yearly for access to some of this content, you can use 22 Social to simplify all of this. Because we use Facebook login to get people signed up on a PayPal subscription, it's really easy to manage access to your Facebook group. So if you go to 22.com/notes/groups, I'll pull this up right now. This is a pretty good rundown of how our system works with Facebook groups and makes it easier for you to manage. So there's a couple videos in here that you can check out, 11 minutes on the concept, 25 minutes on how it works. This should make it pretty clear for you. Watch this quick video. 25 minutes will kind of break down how you can charge money and how our system helps you manage that so that you don't have to pull your hair out trying to manage paid access for your members. So letting them in and getting them out of your group if they stop paying. And because it's a third-party application where they're signing up through and paying, this is not going to be an issue. They're not paying to just become a member of your group. They're paying for access to your app and the content on your app. You can just use a group as a way to facilitate communication and deliver some content as an addition to your subscription. So a lot of those kind of questions that might be coming up will be answered in this. So if you're serious about creating a paid membership, and you want to use Facebook groups as a way to deliver some of your content and build community for your membership, check out this page here. It breaks it down. And also we've got how to connect a group to your app. So these are some quick steps to create your Facebook group. The way you want to do it, you want to make it a closed group. We talk about using the description. Here's an example description for your group. Cover image, obviously, and then in the settings of your group, getting the membership approval set up. So these little details that you might want to check out, this will walk you through it, and then getting it connected to your 20 Social app is really, really easy. So that kind of stuff is broken down here. We kind of walk through it and help you do that. The other one you want to check out, 22s.com/notes/ I think memberships. 22s.com/notes/memberships will help you, again, understand how all this works. And I think we broke it down and actually built a membership here so you could see exactly what that looks like. This would be a good one as well. 22s.com/notes/memberships. And you can watch this hour-long video tutorial where we build the whole thing, I believe. Yep. Or at least we show you what it looks like. So plenty of information if you want to get going. Beyond that, we've got support articles and additional trainings and the group as well. So 22s.com/group, or just search 20 Social Power Users Group in Facebook, or go to 22s.com/group. We'll get you in there where you can ask some questions and get feedback from people as well. So I think that's all the content. We got to go through a couple more things. We got a winner to announce here.
Yay.
We're just about done, and then we'll take some questions for a couple minutes. But as always, start simple, build big, profit along the way. You don't have to wait around to take action. You can start building income streams right now. And the best thing you can do is take action, get feedback, and start simple, but know that this can scale very big. So you can use our platform and leverage Facebook. You won't really have to change it up later on. You can make as much money as you want on these platforms, but you can start very simple as well using these really simple tools. I want to thank all of you for your 5-star reviews. James, dude, this guy's rocking. He launched his membership program just after a couple weeks of signing up, and it's just been killing it.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember now. Wow.
Yeah, he helped. I think he helped a client get set up or something. It was like stock trading membership.
Oh, that's
it's so cool. I mean, he got this thing launched, and again, took action, got it going, invited people to sign up and join for access to this membership, and then he's using a Facebook group to deliver the content to the paid members, and using Facebook Live or other, some of those other strategies to post inside his Facebook group so his subscribers can see this content. And he clearly is loving it. $ equal love, because now you can, spend more time on your dreams and really help your people a lot more when you're making money with all this. Then also Robin, thank you for the 5-star review. It's a game changer. He says, for anyone trying to build their business, it doesn't get any better than this. So thank you, Robin, for the 5-star review. All of you watching live, or if you're just checking out 22 Social, we'd love you if you take 10 seconds to go drop us a review on our page. Let us know. Below this video is actually, we're live streaming here on 22.com/live. If you scroll down underneath the comments, you'll see this little 5-star deal. Let us know. Give us a quick shout out. And if you give us a good review, maybe just post something publicly as well. But just give us a review right here. How would you rate 22 Social down below? Scroll down on this page and you can drop that in. Let us know. We'd appreciate you taking 10 seconds to do that. All right. Before we go to Q&A, well, there you go.
Oh,
I missed the anticipation, but we do have a winner today. Every week there's a new prize winner, and this week it's Joanne from the Philippines. This is a randomly chosen winner. All you had to do was, show up here to 22.com/live and register to our weekly live trainings. So Joanne, congrats to you for being this week's winner. Yep. Tell her what you won, Renee.
What's behind curtain number 3, right? Yeah, the normal standard account, which if you don't have one, there's a link in this page for you can get your trial account for 30 days. The normal standard account allows you to use all the features we've ever talked about with 22 Social on 3 fan pages. That's 3. So you could have maybe your business, maybe you have a side business, maybe a practice page. So we allow you to do this with 3 fan pages. But the premium account, which is what Joanne won, allows you to do this with 100 fan pages. You're probably thinking, why the heck would she need 100 fan pages? Well, let's say she starts either a marketing consulting business or an agency of some sort, or has clients that she wants to work with. She could have 100 clients. 100 businesses really that she's helping. So that could really be a good business. I think it's worth a lot more than $948 if she puts it to good use. So a premium is 100 fan pages. If you're interested in that, let us know. We can help you get started with that. Otherwise, and Joanne, congrats on winning that account. Otherwise, if you don't have an account, you just want to get started, you can start with our standard account with a 30-day trial. There's a link on this page for that.
And the standard account is a great place. You can upgrade to premium at any time, but start right now. Get 22 Social Standard, free trial, $29 a month. Those are your, that's the kind of price point you're looking at. You can do all this cool stuff, create multiple streams of income, launch really engaging social promotions, lead capture, sweepstakes, all that good stuff. We've got training to help you do all of that. You're going to attract more customers, create more income, all right there, leveraging Facebook to do all this. If you want to upgrade, after you get a few case studies for yourself, maybe a couple clients, you're going to get 3 fan pages. So you could do this for yourself for maybe 1 or 2 clients. Then you can scale it. And once you get the hang of this, you're going to see that, wow, I could build all this stuff for myself and 1 client. Why not make a whole business setting this up for other people as well? So there's just a lot of options here that should be a lot of fun for a lot of you. This is cool stuff, and we really like working with all of you and seeing what you're doing. So be sure to post and share what you're working on. I saw James commented down below. He said, thanks for the shout out.
Right. He's
watching live. So, there's some movers and shakers in the group doing some cool stuff. And that's what we want. We're here to support you in doing that. So this technology has taken us 5 years to develop, over 5 years. Even we just hit the 5-year mark. So right. This is something we're building on our platform, and we got a lot more ideas coming your way. But what you have right now is extremely powerful. And you can see this app right here. We're using 22 Social to do our weekly live trainings. And you can do the same thing as a way to engage your audience, build your list. And we got lots more training and tips for you. If you dive into our program, get plugged in. Anything you want to do, it's here for you. So I think let's see if there's any questions, Rene, before we wrap up. Got a couple minutes.
I have one question here from. Why did I refresh? From Aaron. He says, "Are pin posts still only available for desktop, or did they get added to mobile as well?" Good question. Yeah, they show up at the top for. I don't know why Facebook does this. For desktop, and for mobile, there should only be a link that says "See pin post."
Yeah, it says "View" on mobile. It's still a situation where if they go to your group on mobile, they won't see that pin post unless they click that little link that says "View pin post."
Yeah, and that's why a lot of the times it's better just to set up a Doing Social app, have them land there. You can tell them, describe everything, tell them what they can and can't do, and yada yada.
Yeah.
And then send them to the group. That way, if they're on mobile, they don't miss that information. So, good question there. And we got Monica says, definitely use the questions feature. Yeah, I gotta add it to one of my groups as well, and we gotta add it to ours, the rest of our groups. But let's see. Jerry's asking, if you connect the group to 22 app, are you able to use the platform tools on that group? If not, is that on the radar? We don't. By connecting it to a 22 Social app, it doesn't remove any of the functionality of a group. It still has every single feature, so there isn't any issue at all, Jerry, with that.
Yeah, when you connect your group, it doesn't really change anything about your group. You can take an existing Facebook group or a brand new one. All you have to do is pop the URL into one of the little sections on your app. So that way we know who should be getting access to that group, and we can kind of help you manage that. So on the back end, we connect like the payment tracking with your group members to sync it up. Now, we don't have full control. Facebook is pretty limited with their API integration with groups, but we've done as much as we can. And because we use Facebook Login, we've done as much as possible, like anyone could possibly do with managing a Facebook group. So it's going to be the most seamless way to do this that you'll find anywhere online. And that's just straight up. We've seen all the other stuff out there, and that's going to be the easiest way to manage a paid Facebook group is going to be using 22 Social to have them sign up, connect their Facebook profile to a PayPal subscription, and now it's going to be using the SRM, the built-in social relationships manager. You can see who should be allowed into your group. So when you people request, you can check to make sure they've paid. You see their Facebook profile. You can let them in. If they stop paying their subscription, you have a cancel list that shows their Facebook profile and name, and even links into your group where you can remove them so that you don't have members in your group who are not actively paying. So this is really seamless, can take you, I mean, there's nothing better than allowing someone into your group who's just paid money. And that's a good thing to have to do every day. Right. That takes like 10 seconds. You just check your SRM. You can easily outsource that if you want. I don't even do that myself with my own paid group because it's like, hey, I want to let that person in because it's money in my pocket, right? And it's easy to do. And then removing people just once a month, check to see who's canceled, whose subscriptions canceled on PayPal's end. Then we show you those Facebook profiles. So it takes probably 30 seconds at most to remove any non-paid customers. So the management's super clean and easy.
Katana asked, can you schedule posts in private groups? We haven't linked a private group, or I'm sorry, they're called secret groups, I guess. Maybe she's referring to closed groups. We've linked the closed groups. We haven't tried to schedule a post in a closed group. I'm not sure if it works. We know it works for open groups.
I'm going to check right now. And Monica, you have a lot of training on this too. If you want to drop that in again, those of you watching live in the comments, you can see Monica's got some good training and articles on some of these questions you might have. So Monica's one of our certified experts, and she's done a lot of training on groups and probably has more in-depth stuff than what we've even gone through today. So we recommend checking that out. If any of you got done some training as well, feel free to pop it in the comments. If you have your own groups, again, you can drop a link below. I'm going to check on one thing real fast to see if you can schedule in a closed group. I haven't even tried it myself. That was one thing I didn't test out yet. I'm just going to test real quick. And then I saw a good question while I'm testing this out on, can you share these weekly trainings You definitely can. In the upper right, if you're watching here at 22com/live, you can click to get your referral link. So right up here in the upper right, your referral link. Click on that. That'll give you a custom URL you can share, invite people over to this page so they can register. So I need to update that. Forgot we wrote that in there. You can invite them over here and they can catch our weekly live trainings. They just have to register once. They get access to all of our future trainings, totally free. And if they do get a 22 Social account, you'll actually get credit, and because you can earn your account for free. If you get 3 people on the same plan that you're on, you will your next billing will be waived. So you'll get your next. So if you're on the monthly plan, you get 3 other people on the monthly plan, you'll have a free account as long as you have 3 active people paying. If you're on the annual plan with us, tell them to upgrade to annual. And if you get 3 people in your same plan as you, then your next year's billing will be free. So you can earn 20 Social for free just by referring to friends. And you can do that by just grabbing your referral link for this app, okay? So that's only for this app, right? This is kind of unique. The apps on 20 Social's page are a little bit different. They're a little bit like we add in that ability to get 20 Social for free. On your apps, you have your own referral links. That has nothing to do with 22 Social. It's for your own promotions. But on these, on our fan page, we added that tracking so you can share and invite more people to 22. I hope that makes sense. One last thing I wanted to show you. What was it?
If there's any questions coming, any last minute questions, post now or forever hold your peace, or till next Tuesday, hold your peace.
Oh yeah, I was going to test out the. I can't change it. I want to post as my page. Yeah, but
no, that's not your page, right?
This is my group. Yeah, we'll have to tinker around with the scheduling and see. Oh, here we go. I can post as my page.
Yeah. Business manager makes that.
Still don't see the scheduling option.
I think you need to do it from your page.
Yeah, it might have to be through another platform. But anyways, these features are supposedly available. Sometimes Facebook rolls them out slowly, or they're hard to find. But they made that public, so that should be available. Scheduling your posts.
Yeah,
I'll have to take a look on that myself because I want to do it.
Because then it's like, wait, there's a referral link to share Twin Social. Yeah, we should probably make that more apparent. But yes, definitely.
Yeah, you can refer and get 20 Social free. Also, on any of your apps, FYI, there's a refer link in your admin dashboard area. That refer section will show you how many people you referred, and it'll give you your link right there. So that's another way. But if you want to send people specifically to our live training every week, just go to 22com/live. Once you're inside, you'll have your referral link for this specific app, so you can refer people to our weekly live trainings and have them come check it out. You know, you can do it today and have them come watch this replay. Every week we'll have new content available. So thanks. Looks like we got some good stuff. David, there's multiple ways to share. So you might have been sharing our general referral link, which is fine. That'll also give you credit. So there's a couple ways to share, but we had people who wanted to share people to this live training. So we added the programming to this specific app. So if you refer people to our live training, it'll also track it towards getting credit for 20 Social. So either way will work. Feel free to share and invite.
Yeah, and Jennifer's asking, is 20 Social secure site HTTPS? Yes, most definitely. Facebook will not really let us load if we weren't secure. So it's actually, that's how we want it. So that's actually better. And it's also enforced by Facebook. So definitely secure. Now, and Rob's asking, are you able to offer different levels of membership options, different monthly rates? Definitely can. I mean, you can create multiple apps that have access to the same group, and they can all each be at a different price point. So you definitely can. Or if maybe that what you mean is, can I get I'm sorry, let me start over. Probably either you meant that you wanted different levels, like maybe the beginner stuff is a little less, maybe there's more private group or more exclusive group that has more where you offer more value and you want to charge more for it, then definitely you could create multiple apps. Or maybe you just want to give somebody a deal, then definitely there's a way to create discount links so that you can say, hey, I want to give a sale or a special link to someone that I want to charge them half the price for the same membership. You could also do that as well. So
yeah, just simply put, 20 Social, the way it works right now, it's meant to have one price point with access to one content area, and you can attach a Facebook group to that content area if you'd like. So your paid members get access to one app's main content, and then you could also connect a Facebook group. If you want to have 2 different programs, you can install 2 different apps on your page. I don't know, they're like stacked vertically, right? So you could have basic membership, $10 a month, let's say. They could pay for access to that. And if you want to have a group attached, they could get access to the main content of that app plus the group. So they would have $10 a month access to the content area plus an attached Facebook group if you'd like. The second app could be $99 a month. They could have access to that content area. They could also have access to that same group if you wanted them to also be part of that group. But this is where it can get really complicated, right? There's a lot of ways you can kind of, overcomplicate this. I would just say start with something very basic. Personally, I found success doing a basic like $10 a month with a group access. So there's content stuff there. I got my $10 a month people. Then I added a VIP level. So I added another app on my page and said, this is the VIP program, $99 a month. And you get access to like 1 hour of time with me a month. So it's a different level subscription. They're still subscribing, but the offer is completely different, right? This is just a different area. So those people come through, they pay this monthly fee, but they're getting access to different content. So you could have a second Facebook group, theoretically, attached to that. So you could have a VIP Facebook group if you'd like. You could have no Facebook group connected to your $10 a month. If you say, well, you're going to get an email from me every month, or some PDF download, or some, you're gonna have a video file uploaded every month where you can just get access to that for $10 a month. If you want the group community, additional resources, you can pay $99 a month. So that could be the group and the VIP level. So it's up to you, right? It's just what you need. Some people don't like having to manage a group unless it's more high level, like mastermind Facebook group, a couple $100 a month even, where that's where you have all your resources, videos, live streams inside that membership. You could have another subscription option that gets access to different things, maybe just recorded videos that they can access inside the app itself. Anyway, like I said, this can get really complex, but on the
start simple,
start simple, build big. Like if you can't get people to join one basic price point, then stop trying to you're just making excuses for yourself. Honestly, I see this time and time again. Maybe not you specifically, but the majority of people I see who sit there not taking action, it's because, oh, well, I can't have 2 price points, so I'm just not going to make any money. Like, just get something going and then figure it out later. Don't hold back or wait for something else. Like, you can get something going right now.
Yeah, it reminds me when I was doing sales over the phone. I would call contacts and I would spend 2 hours literally sorting my leads and organizing them. I was just delaying. That's all. So
don't make excuses. Just go with something. And really the best advice I can give you is start low, build your confidence, and then you can raise your prices. I hear this time and time again. People who are charging a bunch of money every month didn't get there overnight, right? You don't start right away. So just start at like $10 a month, or just let them in for free. Let the first 10 people in for free and get something going. Start getting in the habit of delivering content and supporting and helping people. That's really how you're going to make your money. So you got to start somewhere. Get the first 5 people in for free. Do a beta launch. So you're going to get free lifetime access if you sign up now. And then you can change it to $5 and be like, hey, the next 10 people are going to get in for $5. They're going to be grandfathered in. You could raise the price as you grow, and those people will be locked in at a low price point. So you can start right now, even if you're not feeling that confident, and then build it as you get better and better, as the content begins to grow and you're starting to feel more confident about how you can help people. You could raise that price and then maybe start running ads and launch it down the road when you have a lot more going on, you have an active community. If you're already at that level, we've got people coming in who charge a few $100 a month. They're doing their VIP programs, right? They're doing weekly trainings. They're doing bonus resources. They have a community of customers they're helping out with. Like we mentioned, James, just within a few weeks, was able to launch a program and start charging upwards of $20, $30 a month for access to a group where they're doing weekly Facebook Live videos and content and resources and all that cool stuff. Depends on where you're at with your expertise. You can jump in right now and get it going. Pretty much get it set up in the next couple of weeks. Just follow our trainings and instructions and you'll have this thing going. And if you're just getting started, start somewhere and then figure it out as you go.
David says, oh, I'm sharing. I barely had 20 social for 2 weeks and I've already doubled my investment. Nice.
Nice.
That's what Monica said too. Nice. Let's see.
Good stuff, David. Congrats.
And Ruben's asking, can you use Facebook Live audio? Is that right?
Yeah, that's like a new thing they're doing now. I think that's on the phone. You can post just audio. Is that a new?
That's an audio bit, but that's not live audio.
Yeah. They have the option now. You can do video or audio
for live. Oh wow!
I just
I've been
saw
under a rock, I guess.
Well, they announced it way back when. It didn't roll out for a while, and then I just saw when I recently posted that it was an option. I haven't tried it, but I'd assume it's going to be the same thing. Good question though, Ruben. I think it should be available. We're not limiting that. If it's not us, right? So it's going to be a Facebook thing. Yeah, thanks, Monica. We got to remove that no training on July 4th. Yeah, I realized that just now. I didn't even see that we wrote that. Doing 3 live streams a day now, James says. Dang. So there you go. That's a way to deliver content and value, right? So
nice. He's earning it.
You can structure how you want that to look and what your audience needs. If it's kind of real-time stuff, like I think this is stock trading and whatnot, they need like up-to-date information. But that's a really killer way to do it. They're getting notified every time you go live, right? So you have a membership area that's on Facebook that is notifying your members. So they're like, dang, dude, this guy, like, I'm really getting my money's worth, because it's super easy for them to consume. They pull up their phone and they can get access to this members only content just like that. We need hearts and likes for Google Hangouts. Yeah, I know Hangouts. Oh, well, Hangouts are pretty good on their own. They're not, for some reason, they haven't evolved the way you would think compared to other platforms, but they're still pretty sweet and free, so I can't complain. Let's see. I saw a good comment a second ago before we wrap up. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, I think Julianne is asking why I'm always on the right side. Sorry.
I don't know. I just got used to it.
Or left, whatever.
Well, he's got his computer, and then I'm using this. I don't know. It just works out.
It's the lighting, Andrew. It's the lighting.
Katana said, do you just duplicate the app content from basic to the VIP to make sure that they just go to that one, or do you have to post the content separately in each group? Well, you could have 2 different apps connected to the same group.
Yes.
So you could have 2 levels of payment. They could both give access to a Facebook group, the same one, but maybe that like higher price point that also adds in additional maybe time with you. You could say, hey, you get like 2 hours a month with me, or a weekly live call, like one-on-one private coaching in addition to the group with the higher price point. Or it could be like you can have a bonus content course loaded inside the app itself, so they can also get content right away inside the app. You can kind of juggle and figure out what you want to deliver. But you have a lot of flexibility. All right. Valerie, is a way to add my spouse to my 20 social account. You'll probably want to, you can make them a secondary admin of each of your apps. So you have to do it individually for each app that you install. If you go to 22s.com/support, I'll find it right now for you. 22s.com/support, and then type in secondary admin. I'll drop the link in. Secondary admin. This will be the steps. I'm going to reply to your comment right now. We got some feedback on the Facebook Live audio has been available for a while. Some people say it's not available in groups. So you'll have to figure out where it works. All right, I think we're all set today. We'll let you get back to your day. We'll try to answer some more questions. I see some more questions coming in, so we'll do our best to wrap up here and give you some info. But for now, let's wrap up. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll be back again next week with more training. If there's something you want us to teach on, feel free to comment it in the group or just let us know directly. And we'll do our best to keep giving you relevant, updated content every week so you can plan accordingly with your business and give you some inspiration.
Yeah, when we'll take off the 4th of July thing. I mean, leave it there. I mean, we're happy it was 4th
it's still
of July.
Accurate, technically.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There was no training on 4th of July last week, so.
Yeah. And you're solo next week. I'll be gone for a week, so
I'll be just me next week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Again, if you can take 10 seconds to give us a review down below on this page, we'd really appreciate that. Just takes a second. And otherwise, we'll see you in the group, and we'll see you again next week.
Yep.
Peace.